cheerful people. Welcome to another episode of Weekend Chair. My name is Ade, and today I have a guest with me who will be sharing some of his perspective and experiences on managing emotion. A quick disclaimer: is not an expert in emotional management. He just have some experiences or perspective. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest. Our guest is right here with us. Welcome to Weekend Chair. Please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Philip Mide. I'm going to give my take on emotional management.
So I'll be asking you some question about emotional management. Are you ready?
Okay.
The first question is: have you ever heard of emotional intelligence or emotional quotient?
Yeah.
And what do you understand by that?
Well, you can simply say emotional intelligence is when the ability of you to be able to understand and manage emotions and also understand people's emotions and so empathize with them
Understanding your own emotions and other people's
and
emotions
manage it.
and managing it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your own emotional intelligence?
I'm going to say 7.
7. Okay, that's great. So now, are you a sensitive person? Are you less emotional or more emotional than other people?
Well, you're sensitive. It depends. It really simply means out the ability of you being able to interact with your environment.
Okay.
You know, so me, I would say I'm more sensitive
That means you're more
and
safe away.
yeah,
Okay,
and less emotional.
and less emotional. All right. So in general, what kind of person or if a person would you say you are? A negative person or a positive person, and why?
Well, I'm going to say a positive person, but this really differs on the mentality of people. Sometimes you give the reality to the people and you think you are seeing something negative, but whenever it comes, you have to accept it. So I'm more positive.
That's good. How do you typically cope with intense emotions?
Well, first of all, I cope with it with, first of all, I'm being mindful of myself when the thought, emotion are occurred due to dilation in thought and complex thinking, physiological trigger, and environmental response.
So in one word, to cope with intense emotion, you have to be mindful.
Mindful, self care, and yeah.
Okay. How well can you control your emotions?
Well, first of all, it depends on the calmness. Whenever something happens or you have any thoughts of the memories, so you have to calm yourself. You have to know yourself also. You have to understand the ability and the media which you can use to get over it. Yeah, we are meant to have all these thoughts, memories occur every now and then. So we have to go by it. Really part of life, and we have to go by it.
Okay. Can you share a time where you successfully managed a difficult emotion and the strategies you used?
Well, have I've been able to manage emotion quite a number of times. You know, when most especially environmental trigger or physiological response. When something will happen in the midst of in the midst of people and you get lost. That's quite awful. So, well, I said something earlier about calmness. You have to keep yourself calm. Whenever something happens, keep yourself calm. Find a place whereby you can think on your own. First of all, when something happens, I really try to think about the way out first. So that because thinking about how this happened, how it happened, how this and this and this is going to give you more complex thought. When you will be more thinking about something that has happened and it's not even correlating
With
with the present.
what happened?
Yeah. So keep yourself calm, think about the way forward. So that's the main
So the
stuff.
main strategy is just to always think about the way out.
We are also people with different way of thinking. Some people will be like, oh no, um, we have to we have a lot of ways whereby we can cope with our emotions. It depends on personal interest. So for me, I try to keep myself calm and take care of myself. Self care also is it's tool we can use to move ourselves forward in managing personal emotions.
Okay. So do you find it easy to explain your feelings to someone else?
No, no, no.
And why? What's the reason?
I think it's just level of insecurity. So
So you're saying you're insecure about sharing your feelings with other people.
yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Okay. All right. How do you balance expressing emotions and not letting it control your actions?
Well, that should be in public, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I said it earlier. So no, in public when something happens, yeah, it might cause some kind of changes in instant moments of your, something that has happened that you'll be involved in conversation with someone, and maybe a flashback just came and it struck everything. So first of all, I said you have to know yourself. So once you know yourself and the strategy you really use to control your own emotion, just go by the strategy. So then you are cool. If
Uh,
it's to live the present, immediate moment,
Environment.
yeah, the environment. So find yourself this time, the space, and explore whatever you want to explore.
Okay. Can you tell how someone is feeling by looking at them?
Mm. Of course not. Judging by my own experience, because even if you are looking at me, it's quite difficult for you to predict what has really happened. Maybe I'm going through a lot of no, so I'm not going to say that. Yeah,
All right. Do you know? Okay, I think this is almost the same question. Okay, have you ever felt satisfied recently?
of course, satisfaction can come through doing something you fantasize, like when you're doing it with no prayer. Sometimes you have to do something you fantasize under prayer and just to be fine. Or if you're doing it alone and just feel good, do it and you'll be satisfied with it.
All right. The next question is: do you think social media and technology have made it easier or harder to manage emotions?
Well, I'm going to say easier.
The reason being,
It might also be another way around, other way around. So, but for the easier stuff, I think it's the most percentage of it. Even in this country, we have everybody's going through a lot. So, if not for the social media, oh God, we'll have been recording a lot of bad
but
occurrence.
I think
So, now, social media is quite helpful while managing emotion and thought. Sometimes you feel derailed, you feel down, and you just go up there and log into one of your social accounts and you get past it. And at the present moment, you left your phone, the thoughts will actually come back.
that's what I was about to say.
So we can say social media has do help, some at some point, and it depends on the level and the concentration of the thought.
As me, I think is like for the moment, they are just hiding the emotion using social
You can
media.
get over it. Depends on what you actually meet on the social media you actually open. So some might be word of encouragement and you'll be like, oh no, I'm gonna do this after you felt bad about it. So or you log into any of your media app and do something motivating. So just get started. So that's it.
All right. So, what is the best emotional advice you've ever received, and from whom did you
My
receive
mom.
it? Oh, so cute.
you know, someone who is somehow secretive, even at home they find it very difficult to read my emotions. So but mom, we usually be together and he studies me a lot. So whenever something is no, whenever something is wrong, he always say a lot of this.
I,
So
I think all moms are like that. So, right.
yeah,
Do you have a particular practice that you follow, or you have something that you do?
yeah. The rating for it is just peace, calm, self care, mindfulness, and some people their practice might be quite different. Some like to console, like to confide with a friend.
Confident.
So, but for me, that I love to keep my thoughts and emotions to myself. So I go by my routine, by think about how I'm gonna get out of this. So and yeah, be mindful of what I'm going through.
All right. The last question. What advice would you give someone who is struggling with managing their emotions?
But be calm and think about the way forward whenever something is happening. So that's the advice I'm going to give.
Okay. Thank you so much for accepting our invite and for showing up and for sharing your perspective. It was amazing.